Spears and Steinberg.
You know what the it is?
Aries and Andy, Jew and the Jerk.
You know it's time to get this work.
The real raw, gutter, uncut, no political corrections.
Always sleep.
Being awoke, we discuss politics and jokes.
Subscribe, we lit.
There's levels to this. Before you was on your mama's.
Aries Spears don't give a fuck.
We talk about race a lot, racism,
Sexism,
much love to my loyal bag holders,
rollers, loaders.
we got them in the folders.
The whole world on our shoulders.
Spears and Steinberg.
Yeah.
This O Steve comes us from Devon Johnson. O Steve from ESPN. Hi, Aries and Andy. Here is an O Steve. Aries goes to an interview with Andy, but Andy doesn't know why he is there. Andy looks around the room and sees Madden 25 posters and Madden magazines. Aries finally comes from the office and says, I'm glad you watched the podcast. Me and Andy would love to do some commentary for the new game. The interviewer says, great, you got the job. Andy talks to Aries and asks, who's the interviewer? Aries says, oh, Steve Madden. You know what the problem with that was? It should just been in reverse. Who's the interviewer? Madden. Madden? Oh, Steve.
Steve Madden.
Yeah. Who is Steve Madden?
I have no idea. John Madden.
John Madden.
So who's Steve Madden?
He got me f***ed up. Who the f*** is Steve Madden?
I have no idea. Is there a Steve Madden?
I never heard him.
Now I'm very confused.
Now we detectives. Hey, this again, Devon, this guy, man, he up with these wild premises and shit. Steve Madden on football.
Who is Steve? Let's look up Steve Madden. Keep you go ahead, and I'll look up Steve Madden.
Who is Steve Madden?
See, you're faster than me.
I'm black. It says here, Steve Madden is an American fashion designer and businessman. I mean, it could be more than one Steve Madden, though.
That's the guy with the shoes, right? Steve Madden. He makes shoes. There's shoes.
No, that's I know exactly what you're talking about because that's from Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh yeah, that's that.
Madden, when they do that scene. Remember?
Yeah, dude. See, you didn't do drugs like that. You never did a Quaalude.
Yeah.
It's funny.
But there could be more than one Steve Madden.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, now you got us. All right, this guy.
We need an explanation.
I don't want to get into that. Louis Blackshear. LB4, love for you both. Hello, King of and Jewish Jester. I was finally able to watch your show here in Columbus, Ohio. You both were hilarious. Andy, I love your ability to maintain the attention of the audience. It's almost like Louis is dead inside me, and heaven is the hospital, and they're going, clear!
Yeah, those aren't your normal sounds.
What?
Yeah, those are
No,
different Louis.
Overall psychology within the stories. I've been rocking with y'all since the first podcast, and I'd often wonder why you underrate yourself. Then it dawned on me. You honestly love doing and find contentment in what you do. In my opinion, there's no rating on something you love, which is priceless. You compliment Aries in so many ways, and you are definitely an asset to. Thank you. And for you, Mr. Spears, brilliant. With all respect and love, my brother, you're a genius. All that being said, I love you both and the show. Now, my awesome experience was that I was able to bring my son to your show. I've been promising him for 3 years, and I was going to take him to an Aries Spears show, but I wasn't able to because he was under 21. Not only was I able to keep my word, but we even got to take pictures with you. I was that big bald dude with the Jimi Hendrix shirt, and my son was the kid who asked you the question about having confidence in your profession. I was also the one that gave Andy a fist bump. All this happened after the first show. Thank you for the experience for you both. Oh, and you both have a fan for life. Oh, yeah. That clown last with his religious rhetoric was disgraceful. Once upon a time, I was in ministry, and those who truly love God know we have to be a reflection of that love, which from God. I respect where you both stand, and I am prayerful for any peace each of you may have ever need. Again, thank you both for your gifts and talents. Much love, LB4. P.S. In case you still don't remember, Aries, the word you were looking for from your stand-up you referred to a few weeks ago was insolence, and black folks mistake it as insulin. Thank you, brother. Somebody told me that.
Yeah, but we really dug in trying to remember that too. By the way.
Yeah, and you know what? Insolence wasn't what I had on my mind, but that was fuck.
I don't know why. We talked about this on the last episode. I just think that there's people that do it better. I think it comes from that kid in Tucson that wanted to do, but looked at as something that other people did, not me. I just looked at the people who came to Tucson to do were from somewhere else, and you needed to be from somewhere else and have this better outlook on life than I did. So I don't know what it is, but yeah, I do have some issue with it.
Marquise Ramos, lightsabers. Hey guys, it's
just a funny thing to say.
Lightsabers.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're really able to be like lightsabers. Would they make a noise?
It would be great when you took it out. Yeah, but if you had a small one, just go.
Like the battery just lost out.
Like she didn't even have to look at you. She just said, "Take off your pants." Put your pants back on.
Right. Dude, between that and again, that was the puppy line was awesome. Isn't a puppy cuter than a dog? It took me half a second before that kicked in as to what you meant. But man, that was funny. Hey guys, it's the Puerto Rican garbage truck driver again. I wanted to ask you both of you, since I know you guys are also fans of music, did any of you by any chance on the up get an opportunity to learn and play any musical instruments? If so, what kind? I'm asking this because I've actually been playing guitar since I was 14. I'm currently 29, and I also played in 2 bands during my tenure in the Army. The band's names were number 1, Nameless Anonymous, number 2, Swamp Water Swill. Although I say I'm a hardcore old school hip hop fan, and along with you, I believe most of this new these days is I pretty much am a music fanatic, so I explore all genres as well. I put out the debut CD with each project while I was with them, and if you get some time, hopefully you can give them a listen. Unfortunately, you understand how life changes, and I had to part ways with both projects, but I still play on occasion to keep my chops fresh. I played bass in both projects, and I prefer playing bass as opposed to guitar. As opposed, brother. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. $10 lot of money. That was new.
That was brand
new. Something about the power and heartbeat of the music that bass provides. Anyway, as I said, I've been listening chronologically. So if you guys, by some chance, have responded to my emails and have had any questions, I will eventually get to listen to them. The podcast is still nothing short of amazing. Peace, brothers.
Yeah, did you play any instruments?
Hell no.
You grew up in a musical family, and you didn't.
I just wasn't musically inclined.
Did you care at all, or just didn't feel it?
I cared. I never cared for instruments though. Like I never saw playing drums or guitar as cool.
See, I really wanted to play guitar when I was a kid, and my stepdad just didn't really. He didn't want to hear
all that banging.
He didn't want to hear someone trying to figure it out. You know,
he wanted you to have it figured out.
Yeah, if you could be a virtuoso from the moment you picked it up, then it was probably going to be okay. But he was like, nah, he just couldn't handle all that noise. Right. So it was really important for me. That's why I made my kids play it. Max is an amazing guitar player. And he can play basically he can play a lot of different instruments, actually. And True played some brass instruments, and then True also played drums, and he played bass. And I played bass a little bit, but I honestly, man, I like that you love playing bass and you like it better than the guitar, because when you a great bass player is amazing. You know what I just got?
Well, what's the difference between? Wait. So guitar, electric guitar. What's the bass?
The bass is, it can be more than 4 strings, but usually a bass is a 4-string instrument, and that's the rhythm of the music. That's the doom, 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 doom.
Really?
Yeah.
So a bass, that sounds so stupid. So a bass can look like an electric guitar and be bass?
It's the bass, yeah. Like a stand-up guitar, stand-up bass is the same thing.
See, I'm thinking that's what a bass is. Boom, 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 boom. That instrument.
That's the same. That's what Bootsy played, bass.
Bootsy played that? Boo, boo, bootsy, baby. Oh, all right.
And that's what I was going to tell you. I got this. I bought this online, and I was really happy with it. It's just a Bootsy. It's a publicity photo. But I got 3 backstage passes that he had that were his, and I had them framed. Bootsy's in my house, man. Bootsy's in my house.
Yeah, I'm trying to, okay. Does Bootsy ever watch you get some booty? That was a bad joke.
No, and Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's Bootsy.
Oh, okay.
And that's not Bootsy. That's bass. Yeah, but those are guys that are just like those guys who take it to another level.
Let me ask you something, because I notice whenever you talk about your stepdad, there's a certain demeanor you take on based on certain things you say. And tell me if my assessment is off. Was your stepdad like an asshole?
No, he was. He wasn't an asshole, and I have a hard time when I talk about him because it's the yin and the yang with him for me. Ultimate love and respect for a man to take on a challenge as someone else's kid,
Right.
and then to me into his home, treat me as his kid. And do the things that you as a father provide, give life lessons. But he really wasn't cut out to be a dad. Right. and I mean it. I say that on stage. He didn't get all the manuals. He didn't know what he was doing. And even when he did have kids, he just has some. It wasn't, as I've said this. I don't think I said this on the podcast, but I've said it to my brother and my sister. I said I fought with Dad a lot as I was growing up, and I wanted him to be different. I would have liked him to embrace me for who I was, and the music, whatever it is, art, whatever it is that we didn't connect with. But as I got older and he got older, what I realized was that he was the best dad that he could be. It wasn't the dad that I wanted him to be, and we all want, and I use the Brady Bunch. We all want, I forgot the dad in the Brady Bunch. We all want the and that's what you find out behind the scenes. But behind the scenes, that dude had all the same issues and problems. But on camera, what we saw, so we all kind of have an idea of like a different kind of dad, and our dads are real human beings. But I wanted him to be a different dad. I didn't necessarily want the Brady Bunch, but I wanted somebody who just saw me different and handled me different, treated me different. And but it was the best that he could be. He gave, and then I have my biological father. And he actually could have been a good dad, but he didn't put any effort in. So even though I didn't like how my stepfather handled me, I realized at least he was doing the best that he could. The other one had tons more could have given me much more, like could have been there for me. We identified on a lot of the same things. We liked the same things. We could have really been there more for each other, but he didn't give me the time. So he was he was worse.
So neither one of them was spectacular.
Spectacular, but I have to give credit to my stepdad because he was the best that he could be. And when you realize that someone, what's that line in the movie? That's like calling a double dribble on a retard. And I'm using it because it's a line in the movie, not because
I've never heard that.
You never heard that?
No.
That's like calling when someone does something. It's like calling double dribble on a retard. You can't. You have to judge people on their ability, and you have to give them that leeway based on their ability. And so I try to do that with my dad. I still have a lot of irritation with my stepdad, but I have even more with my biological father because he did have the ability. We did connect on other levels that I couldn't connect with my stepfather. We were different people, and the one that I was most like, he wasn't shit, man. He wasn't a dad. He didn't know how to dad at all, and he could have. He had the ability, and he couldn't. And he didn't use his. He didn't take it. He could have been better, and so I'm more angry with him.
If they made a 90s sitcom based on your situation where you were a son with 2 dads living in the same house, all 3 of y'all together, you know what it would be called?
What would it be called?
My 2 Duds.
Yeah. These guys, And it's not easy, but like I said, both my dads gave me the desire to want to be a better dad to my kids, and that's all I can do.
Let me ask you, as a guy that seems to be a fan of music and musicians and instruments, right?
Yeah.
What's the one instrument that, like, no matter if you say bass, guitar, drums especially, you're cool, right? What's the one instrument that is seen as the opposite of cool? Like you get no if you play this instrument.
Well, the flute, right?
No, isn't it that guitar piano?
Oh, the accordion?
Is that no, not the accordion. The thing that looks like a piano.
Oh,
a guitar, but it's a
that
piano.
was like an '80s thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That instrument, boy. If you play that, you got no.
I guess. I can't even imagine that. I haven't seen that in so long. That was just in the '80s for a minute, right?
Right.
But it's a synthesizer, isn't it? With like a guitar
think
kind of.
so, yeah.
I don't know. I listen. I like art, man, and I love people that whatever it is, man. If you played that instrument though, that you were making fun of, but if you played that and you were passionate and you were great at it, that there's something to that. I guess.
Yeah, but certain instruments, it's just. I've never heard a woman go, "I want to the of a flutist."
I think it's flautist.
Which one? It don't matter.
But the funniest part about that is
I want to him.
there are people that there's it's in music. It's in popular music too. And if you're great at it, people don't even, I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, there's some instruments that are weird. I'll tell you the two that I never wanted to play the drums because I love the drums. And I thought that those were the coolest things. Yeah. But have you ever had to set up a drum set?
No.
No, that would be the worst thing, I think. And being the tuba player.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Although in the 70s when Jaws came out, that tuba player took on a whole new.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
I just thought it was doing that in the mic. Make the shark noise. All right.
If I walked into the room and there's this girl that's supposed to be hot, dirty, and all the things, right. And I look over and to the left of her is butt-ass Aries Spears naked, I'm not getting it's not happening.
Don't judge me before you've seen it.
It's not happening. There's no way that I'm going, oh, yeah.
But you said if you walk in the room and see me with a woman, right? So the woman wouldn't be enough to make you...
Not if I see you right there, too.
Listen, man.
I'm in the room guy,
I am,
man.
too, but I got to tell you, if I walked in the room and saw you with Gemma, and I know you'd go, well, I would never be with Gemma, but let's say you were.
No, I would, and I can even imagine the scenario. You walk in, Gemma's on top of me. I'm like, help!
No. First, I knock you the out because you got what I couldn't. But no, I would be focused on Gemma, man.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't have that kind of focus. I would.
We know that.
I would look over. I'd see you, and I wouldn't be that. Ugh.
Where were we? Where were we? I think was it. Where were we when I had the hotel room and you almost came in the room? You didn't know.
Oh yeah, that was just recently. Where were
Holland, Michigan? Was that Holland, Michigan?
No. It was where were we just last? It was in Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach. I was in my hotel room, and I was fully clothed. But usually when I'm, especially after I've eaten, it's what time is it? Butt naked time. I was in the room, laying in bed, watching TV, and I guess the people thought Andy's room was my room, or thought Andy's room, well, whatever,
They just got the rooms mixed up.
They got the rooms mixed up. So I hear the boom, 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 and the key, and the little electrical noise, and he's walking in, but the way the room was set up, you couldn't see me unless you really walked in the room. And I was like, I said something first.
You go, hey.
I go, yo.
Yeah.
And then I heard your voice, and you was like, oh, and then you just closed the door. But, I mean, if the room had been set up differently, and if I had eaten, you'd have caught it. You'd have caught it.
This be the end of the tour.
You'd have saw it. You'd have seen me in nothing but ankle socks.
I just, you know what? Now that you said it, I don't even imagine you in the. If I had to do an imaginary Aries Spears naked in his room, it's Aries butt naked with his flip flops on.
No, it would never be that. 9 times out of 10, I just got ankle socks. But when I'm really full, no socks. All right, let's move on. PG, angry listener.
PG, angry listener. What's a PG?
I guess we're going to find out. Firstly, I'd like to inform you that if you haven't watched the documentary, Three Identical Strangers, all I'm going to say is it's about 3 Jewish kids separated at birth. Did I read this? I think I read this.
No.
Feels like I read this. Do it for Andy, please, LOL. Additionally, there's another show called Them that you might want to check out. I've previously emailed about this show. The first season, 1950 set, centers around a black family who moved from North Carolina to an all-white Los Angeles neighborhood during the period known as the Great Migration. Then starts to go left. I've heard of this show, though. You constantly use the same emailers. Watch these two, trust me. Is that why you're angry? Also, you're currently overlooking a significant opportunity to expand your audience. As someone experienced in Facebook marketing, I found that the most effective method of growth across all platforms is through the use of 1-minute clips on YouTube.
I think you did read this.
I don't think I did.
Okay,
though.
maybe I read it. Maybe you sent it to both of us.
These are known as shorts, while on Instagram they're called reels. These platforms prioritize short-form content, making it more likely to be pushed out to a broader audience compared to long-form videos. By consistently sharing 1-minute clips across all platforms, you can increase visibility and attract more subscribers from clipping segments from the show topics. Take Godfrey, for instance. He's amassed nearly 500,000 followers using this strategy. I highly recommend giving it a try and observing the difference in views for yourself. Peace. It's all about P. I'm going to forward this email to Anthony, but I want to say he does that.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Maybe he just hasn't noticed.
Who, Anthony?
No, this dude. Maybe we're not in his algorithm.
Well, wouldn't that be the whole point so that we get this algorithm?
Yeah, but depending on what he looks at
Right.
online. I don't know.
Imagine how mad you would be if I snatched your booty from the back and got all in your algorithm. I may make a lot of jokes, but by no means I'm not a practicing.
So you're saying, you said you're not practicing.
Yeah, isn't that the right thing to say?
You're good at it?
Oh, yo, delete the footage. I chat with Bozeman. Delete that footage.
So you're good at, you don't have to practice.
Are you being funny or is that a real thing?
No, I was just making it fun.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying some real technical shit, like if the technicality is.
Well, when you say I'm not practicing, that really means that you just don't do it. You are, but you don't do it.
Yeah, delete the footage, man. No, Anthony, keep it.
No, doing the Seinfeld. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's
Right.
just this. Everybody has their own things that they do.
Ooh, Jesus, where did I f up? Oh, let me get my girl in here because I remember she. Where did she wait? Because that was a part 2. I think I want to try to see if I can find. Shamor responded to that great clip that I love by Charleston White. Bolt would be the best. Let me go back. Maybe. Okay. Shamor. Wait. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
Just type it up at the top. Type Shamor at the top.
Nah, I don't. That don't ever work. Here we go. Meet my Sherry Amore, sweetest little girl that I adore, and you know my heart before. How I wish that you were mine. Shamor. Charleston White reply. Hey guys, I don't listen to Charleston White, but I've seen a few of his clips. I'm old enough to understand nuance and intention when people say outrageous things. I completely understand what his ignorant ass was trying to say, and I actually agree with him. Before my fellow badge holders get upset, hear me out. I think it goes both ways. It's not just a woman issue, it's a human issue. Let's use as an example Aries. If you get a chance with Gemma, are you going to give her the same as a man who's been married for 28 years, has a bad knee, owes back taxes, and has high cholesterol? That's what I'm doing now. Oh, you try to give her the business like you're filming Deep Throat 2, Aries Revenge. I think we all know the answer to that. Also, I wanted to get both of your take on the following man food movies. Have you seen all of them? If not, I recommend those you haven't. I've put where they're actually currently available. I also love Bound by Honor, Blood In, Blood Out. Have you seen this? I want to say a long time ago, I saw Blood In, Blood Out. Is that the one with, what's my man's name? The face, it looks like 80s cafeteria square pizza. Edward James almost.
Yeah, he was in the other movie that you do the quote from all the time. Where they sing the song and everything. The movie, this Lean on Me.
Edward James almost wasn't in that.
Wasn't he? Yeah, he was. I thought he was in that.
No.
He's in a teacher in there?
No, I watched that movie religiously.
I'm thinking of the wrong thing then.
Yeah, you're probably thinking of another movie, but he ain't in that.
Okay.
Shot Caller, Netflix. Ever heard of it? Seen it?
I don't think so.
American Me, Tubi.
Yeah.
American Me. What is that about? I think I've seen that. That's another Mexican.
Yeah. I don't know any way you wouldn't have seen that movie. It was a popular movie.
I haven't seen it all.
It was a popular movie. It was out like when people still went to the theaters.
I don't care, pendejo. I haven't seen it. End of Watch, Paramount Showtime.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Your Lucky Day, Netflix.
I don't know if I've seen that one either.
Always in the front with the chopper Shamar. Dude, you know what I checked out only because I've seen a couple of posters and I was like, all right, I don't know, for whatever reason, it kind of got me curious. There's a series on Netflix called 3 Bodies. I'm not feeling it.
It's a series?
It's some weird series where this girl sees a countdown in the sky, and at the end of the countdown, some wild shit is supposed to happen. I watched the first 3 episodes. Oh,
I don't know. I might check it out.
if anybody watches this or knows of this, explain this to me. It's called 3 Bodies.
I want to see what it is if people are telling you about it.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's told me about it, but I've heard it's supposed to be a big deal. Okay, Shamor Emery Part 2. I hope it's not too late to read this too. The Roadhouse remake was beyond horrible. I expected more from Doug Liman. He directed some movies I really enjoyed: American Made, Edge of Tomorrow, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Born Identity, etc. The problem is studios don't make man food movies anymore. They make movies for everyone. That's part of the problem, baby. They want men to watch with their girlfriends and add elements that they think will make women want to watch it. Either way, they're just giving us terrible, watered-down versions of what we want in man food movies. Changing gears, I thought the idea of putting a face to characters was a great idea. Here is my list. I stayed away from the obvious inspirations behind them. I tried to stick with a face most people would actually know. I really wanted to say Greg Proops for Jaspier, but didn't know if he was famous enough, LOL.
We haven't read this before?
No, we absolutely haven't.
Okay, then I don't know why.
No, you're thinking of the guy who gave us the description of what he thought the characters looked like. This is her rebuttal. You know who Greg Proops is, right?
I worked with Greg once.
Yeah. Jaspier, again, is black, so no. Hurley and Sue-Ann, Jesse Plemons from Breaking Bad. Who's Jesse Plemons?
The younger guy.
Oh, okay. And Taryn Manning, white girl in Hustle and Flow. That's not bad. Bobby Patterson, Richard Bradford, Crook, Captain, and Hoodlum. Nah. Jaspier McQuad, Charles Dance, Bad Guy, Noomspa, and Golden Child. Again, he's black. You know who that guy is? My dear sweet brother Noomsi.
Yeah.
The one that turns into the.
Because that was on last week when we were in wherever we were.
Yeah. Burt Bridgewater, Nick Offerman, with honorable mention Benicio del Toro?
See, dude, I swear we read this before.
No, I promise you we have
because
not.
I remember that Nick I thought that was a good call.
No, we didn't. I promise you we didn't.
Okay.
Winston Bartholomew III, Ian McShane, John Wick. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Rhett Butler, George Clooney, Alec Baldwin, Colin Firth. I don't know who Colin Firth is. I think I know the name, but I can't picture the face. But definitely not George Clooney or Alec Baldwin. Yeah, no. I'm too stuck on Clark Gable for that. All right. Did you know who Colin Firth is?
No. I mean, I know the name, but I can't put the face on there.
Okay.
Let me see.
You looking up Colin Firth?
Colin Firth.
Firth.
I'm not going to get it right. There it is. Yeah, that is who.
Put him in the right boat, in the right tie, and slick his hair back. That could be Brett Butler.
Yeah. Because he's here's what that look that you're talking about. He was in the Kingsman. I thought that's who he was, but I wasn't sure. I don't have a good picture of him.
Legacy Keys, pipe pod question. A&A back with another question. What is your average pipe time? I was in a conversation last week with my boy, and he said he could pipe his chick for an hour. This information below my mind. I meant to say blow your mind. Yeah, $10, a lot of money. I got 5 minutes max, and that's even with Jedi mind focus and a full stomach. On a full stomach? This information has been playing with me for the last few weeks. Is an hour average. No, they say an average time is 20 minutes. If so, I need to start training like Michael B. Jordan and Creed 2. I'm newly single and scared. Break this down for me. Love the pod, boys. Keys. What can you do?
No, wait a minute. Now you're saying pipe time.
Yes.
This is in out.
In and out.
20 minutes. You said 20 minutes is average?
They say 20 minutes is average. No, I might be wrong. It's like 5. What is it?
I don't know what it is, but I know
It's like 10.
most people can't jog down the street, and there's effort when you put it in piping. So
Yeah, but ain't nobody seeing it while you jogging.
Yeah, but I'm saying pipe. You're throwing it in, or you're putting it
Yes.
in.
Now, I'm not including.
Yeah, I think it's 20 minutes with foreplay.
So what do you think it is just piping? From in to out to done.
I bet the average is 3 to 7 minutes.
I think it was 20 if you're good. Like I've heard women say 20 is long enough. 20 is good.
20, I better be done. I'm ready to 20. How okay, listen, man, I have to take exception with this because first of all, if it's the first time
Because of excitement.
you're gonna go. The first time you're gonna go, but then you're gonna go and hey, you're gonna get it again, and then maybe you can do the 20. But that first, I'm so excited that when there's a girl that I wanted to, and then you got her. I didn't last that long. I'm gonna be honest.
I gotta stop you, dude.
You last long?
No, never. When you're young, the thought of new excites you.
Yeah.
Not saying it don't when you're older, but I don't feel that same rush.
Right. I'll grant you that. But when I was okay, so I'm going from.
I mean, I'm happy. It's a happy moment.
No, but I'm going from beginning to end. When I first, like I would even say to the girl, we're going to do this a few times because this isn't going to last very long.
Wait, but see, you just said something that amazed me that I can't do. You said a few times. You mean in the same night?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, dude, I told you my reload is a 1776 musket shot.
When I was young, things were really good, and then as I got a little older, then it just became normal. And you know what? And that's the worst part. When you said when you get it, then it just doesn't. It's not as exciting. Okay, so we'll take that. Do you have a record of the amount of times you've done it in a day?
3.
It's really
Yeah.
Okay.
But they were all tic-tac bursts. Wasn't drawn out.
But that was you have a whole day.
A whole day.
That's all you did was 3.
3.
Okay.
How many are you?
21.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Get the out of
21.
Here. I don't even believe
We
you.
spent a whole day together in bed, and we
And you 21 times? That's why you look the way you do now.
21. I was young.
Is that filled?
No, that was a great day. We were in it.
A great day. That's a great life.
We were in it, and we got to 20, and it was the end of the night. I go, let's go for 3 touchdowns, and we 21.
Dude, I'm telling you, you're a lot funnier than you give yourself credit for sometimes.
But these are just normal thoughts that I have. That was
All right,
the
so
thought.
let me ask you, realistically, when you were young, prime, 25, how long could you go for?
Dude, seriously, 3 to 7 minutes.
And now?
I want to be done in like... it's the same.
Still 3 to 7 minutes?
Yeah.
So nowhere in your older age have you gracefully been able to relax and just...
Yeah, no. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can relax. There is times that it's gone. But honestly, you know, I don't know. I don't know what this is going to... I like being with someone is what the goal. so I'd rather... And
No, is the goal. You can bite off.
Yeah, but when you're... is
Oh, yeah, it's the end game.
It's the end game. I'd rather spend time with the person. I like the being together and being in bed. I don't like necessarily after the cuddling, the whole thing afterwards. But some cuddling, some being. I just like. You know what? I'm in a weird place, man. I just really realized I'm the girl. My girl is just. I just want to be with her.
That's
love being with
not
her.
weird. That's nice.
No, but I've never been in a place where I just want like I enjoy sleeping with her. I enjoy making love to her. Then I enjoy sleeping next to her. I enjoy going to sleep at night and knowing that she's there. That's it. I like being with her. I like spending the day with her. I like going to get coffee with her.
That's nice.
So I don't know that this counts the same way. I don't think about it the same way anymore. I think about just the person I'm with, just being with her as a whole, as a whole, not just the sex part, but as a whole, being with her, being connected with her throughout the day. That's important to me now. I've never been in this kind of place.
I'm putting the titty signal in the air. Shamor, AB, CC, Farrah, if you ever find your way out of that coffin, buried alive in the woods. To all the women, please meet me on the roof. I'm putting the signal in the air. I want to know, what is a good time? Like, what's where you go, that's good enough? Because, men, we're egotistical. So we think we got to pipe you down. The longer, the better. We got to be savages and monsters and destroy the uterus and the lining of your up and make it so you can't give birth again. But that's just us being animals. What is enough time for y'all to go, good sex should last this long? But don't you think it has also to do in the moment? Because I know there's times that just like the experience has been when we start in the shower, we might make love a little bit there. I can't stand shower sex. I can't stand it. No, you there, and then you go out to you go to your Eddie, let me find out slowly. You throw me.
No, I don't. I'm being really honest. I don't. I like when I'm in it and it's there. It's going to happen. But I would like to go again, and I would like. Really? Yeah, man. I like it to. I like it to be sexy, man. Damn, dude. I'm a dead body. Man, I want to eat. I want to lay down. I'm already laying down, but I want to sleep. I want to watch TV. I'm done, dude. Honestly, though, we are so busy and on the road. By the time I get home, sometimes that's all it is. It's late at night. You throw it in, and then you go to bed. That I don't like. I mean, I like that. Let me rephrase it. I like it, but I like it when it's different than that. I like the shower. I like going into the bed. I like having a little sex in the shower and then go back to the room, get in bed, start over. You mean in the shower? No, you a little bit. So you and then you stop and then you just go to the room? You towel, dry her off, and do whatever, back out there. Let me tell you something. After my girl me, she could pull a Boys in the Hood and go to her girlfriends and go, y'all want to see a dead body? No, it's nice that you don't necessarily. But you go back to the bed, and then you start fooling around and go, I don't know if I'm going to get you might have to. And then they take a little bit, then you get ready to go, and you go again. No, I think, but it should always. The thing is, when you say how long should it be, this 5, it should always be different. It should always be changing. Sometimes it's 30 seconds. Other times it's 10 minutes. Whatever it is. But it should always be in the moment, and it should be, I don't know, I just like it to be good.
I like it to be good too, but because it's 98% there as far as good.
Yeah, but okay, you can get full at McDonald's, but you sometimes if you can take your time and enjoy a meal,
Right.
really put it together.
Yeah.
Get the appetizer. Get the
Right.
have that what's the thing that clears your palate for in between, and you just have a meal that's laid out from you, and then you're done, and then afterwards you're sipping some coffee, leaning back at the end, going, "This was really good."
Right.
There's a difference.
Right. And then sometimes you just want a real fat, which is the equivalent of eating out of the garbage.
It's leftovers.
Yeah.
So but I mean this. I think we think about it too much. When you said it, we're thinking a lot of. What about the moment, man? Just being in the moment, experiencing the moment, that connection that you have. Listen, I know this is going to sound really cheesy, but even when you're just like back in the day, youthfulness, and that experience of meeting someone, and there was a chemistry, like that whole being in that moment. That's an experience that you don't give up on those.
Listen, I know I be joking, but I'm dead ass serious when I say my game is so explosively amazing. But that's to make up for the fact that, dude, I'm with a 22. And I mean, there are times when listen, if I have the right amount of liquor in me, that'll, numb me up a little bit to where I could, you know what I mean?
Dude, I like doing fun. I haven't done this. I'm gonna. This is something I haven't done in years. So I don't mind saying this. This is 30 years ago. This is when I was young. I was in better shape, and I really enjoyed it. I was more of an artist at the time. I mean, painting. Dude, there was nothing better. Roll out a piece of canvas, paint a girl.
Like literally paint her?
Paint her, and then make love on that canvas. On that canvas. And
With the paint all over her body?
Yeah, and it gets on you, and then you get done, and then you have a painting of that experience. That's some Jasper McQuad right there.
Absolutely, it is. It is. I don't like messy.
Dude.
That's like people who whipped cream, and I don't want sugars and sweets and food. I don't want mess.
I think that if you're in it, and you're in it at the moment, and you're just focused on that moment, there's nothing messy about it. It's just, it's part of the moment.
And you got paint on you.
Yeah, man. Then you just shower afterwards, and you shower, and you washing them off. Dude,
that's doing too much, man.
Oh, man, that was awesome.
All right, last one. God, women, I hope you guys respond. I want to know what y'all know about what you talking about. I want to know y'all's opinion on the time, on the artistry, on the details. I'm telling you, I want to know what makes y'all happy. A, B, get involved in this. Your mom. Now I have to read an email with somebody named your mom. Listen to old than new. A&A, I am a dedicated listener and have recommended to many others. Absolutely no need to listen to podcasts from years ago to understand this pod. I'm a major SUSSESS. Oh, success. Damn, you threw me off on my own. I never had to spell. Oh, okay. I did spell it one time. All right. True Testament. If I listened in order, I would have missed the Phoenix show. You know how much chub Andy's getting right now. Which you two don't do often. After listening, you grow a true appreciation for Andy. Grows on you like mold. P.S. I was the one with the Magic Johnson. Oh, yeah. Success shirt. Action Jackson. Yeah. Listen, I never said Andy was wrong. I'm just saying I was right. Let me read one more and then we're done. Tony Lee. I'm trying to read somebody sounds new. Tony Lee. A few points, gentlemen. Tony in California. Hey, A&A, any chance you have restocked that delicious A&AL? No, we don't have it. This is my second email, and I'm happy that my first was read on the podcast. Unfortunately, my first did not get to the party, pal. Oh, better late than never. Steve, hook him up. My fault, since I didn't state that it was my first. Steve, take it back. A few points.
Just if you could rewind it.
Yeah. That might have been a horrible joke. A few points to mention. Andy, a number of episodes back, you made a reference to reparations to African Americans, perhaps not being applicable because slavery was legal. Well, by decree and executive order 9066 signed by President Roosevelt, the internment of 125,284 people of Japanese descent were incarcerated, and they received $1.6 billion in reparations. Also, a few episodes back, Aries made a reference to men using the word pee instead of I have to take a piss or a leak sounding to him. No, I said I have to pee sounds to me. Piss and leak sounds strong. Well, when I was working with a real estate agent to find my house, he said that he had to use the Tinkle Torium. I had my suspicions that he might be, but it was cemented then.
A Tinkle Torium.
LOL. I watched Trial 4, and once again, you guys recommended a winner. I do think that both of the Andy's dying here. I do think that both Rosie O'Donnell and Melissa McCarthy could play the part of the defense attorney Scapiccio, but I would say McCarthy would be better suited. P.S. Happy birthday, Aries. My late dad would have been 91 today. All right, brother.
I don't care how that sounds to him.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Tinkle Torium because that shit is funny as fuck.
Congratulations, brother. You just named this episode.
Tinkle Torium.
That has to be it.
It is. That is the funniest. I don't care. Even better as I could just see him go, excuse me, boys. I have to use the Tinkle Torium.
And when he says it, he bounces on his tippy toes and waves his fingers. What man would say that?
I think it's phenomenal. That is fucking great.
Tinkle Torium.
By the way, though, I want to get serious for a second. It's really hard because I keep thinking about that. I'm going to keep laughing. As I said, when he was about the reparations, you got to put it in the context of what I was saying. I was talking about reparations specifically, and I think that the easiest way to get there is we had a war to eliminate slavery, emancipation. There was a war, one of the bloodiest war ever, namely on this country. More people died to end slavery. And then, in a roundabout way, certain states were able to implement the Jim Crow laws. And those are illegal. And that's the way that I said it would be, to get that. The idea that slavery was legal and legally purchased is the harder way. That's what the point was. I don't know that you could get it because it was legal. As a matter of fact, the people who were slave owners were compensated for having to give up their slaves a different way because at the time that would have been considered you were purchasing something of value, a good, as you would. And I'm not saying this to minimize this. I'm saying this because this is the truth of it, how it was looked at the time. You were purchasing people for labor. The people were looked at as a tractor. And if someone would say, okay, you can't have tractors anymore because they're gas-powered and we're going to have to take these away from you, you got to go electrical, but because we didn't have these moratoriums before, we're going to pay you for them. That's how it actually worked out at that time. I'm not trying to equivalate.
Equivalate?
I'm saying it wrong. I'm trying not to make an equivalence between a tractor and a person. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to the mentality at the time is that's what I'm trying to make sure that I'm through with. That's what I'm saying. That's how I'm trying to explain this. And I don't think that you would be able to go back to get that. What you can do, or what I was saying is, I think the most hideous thing is that after we had a war, we actually were able to end that horrible time period in America, and then they were able to subvert the law, subvert the war, and go back and institutionalize Jim Crow laws. That's where I think the biggest loophole that was used, and I think that's where reparations could be, a case could be made, an easy case could be made for that to be done. That's what I'm saying. So it's not to be taken out of context. It's in the context of the conversation, not just how you said what you said. And it still doesn't even work, because if you really go back to it, there was no standing to put the Japanese in internment camps because they were legal citizens. I know legally, and this is where it gets complicated when we could go into this. The standing of that person was as property, so that's where the citizenship problem is an issue, and why you wouldn't be able to use that same law.
Just looked it up. You were right. That is a word.
What?
Equivalate.
Equivalate?
That is a word.
Okay. So yeah, I wasn't trying to do that. I wasn't trying to be a person's is tractor. I was saying, but that was the feeling of the property ownership idea of slavery.
Niggas, listen, niggas was a bunch of shit back in the day. Because when you take the big black buck with the big black dice and you put them with the other black female buck, they get a fever bone, and they like mules and horses with their buttocks and their big black thighs. So we've been tractors, we've been horses, we've been gorillas.
You know, I don't want to joke about this, but I do want to say this. That's American black, man. Blacks from America. When you came and whatever was made to make American black people, which it's this culture and the people different, man. Because I'm going to tell you this, funniest thing, I was going to tell you this, I haven't told you this. I was sitting next to, on the plane that we came out here, on the last plane, I sat next to a dude, didn't speak English, black dude. Black, but I'm assuming, I think he was the captain now. He had that kind of vibe, that act. But he sat down next to me, and he was dressed, I thought at first he was American, because he was dressed kind of like the leather and the coolness, and he sat down like, you can see this on this, but Aries can see this. It just, like, cool, like, you know. And as soon as he sat like that and started doing, and then I was like, he's not from here. And as soon as I did, there's something about blacks in America, the level, the culture, the thing is, there's something different. And when you said that, when you just made that, this whole thing, I don't know what happens in America, what America did. And we can look at the past, and we're fighting about it right now. But the culture that is developed from this, you guys got it, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. But I don't know if every white dude sitting next to a black dude, but would notice right away. That's not. I want to say us, but I'm not part of the us. But that isn't the us that I'm used to. There's just, you guys have a different vibe.
Yeah.
And it's different, and it's funny because I don't know that people really like the culture, that black American culture. You see it all over the world now, but it's authentic only to the people from this country.
No, it's authentic everywhere.
There's a difference with American blacks.
Yeah.
You could feel it right away.
Yeah.
When he sat next to me, and then it was just a different kind of person.
If black people were a material, we would be leather.
Okay. I'm not fighting you on any of it, but not black people. American black people. American black people have a different.
Goddamn right.
And even you can try to duplicate it, but it can't be recreated.
Yeah, we the baddest.
That's not the point that I was trying to get to. It's just,
but that's the point that needs to be made.
There's a difference. It's such a difference.
Yeah.
You just don't capture it just accidentally. And so when you go back to the Jimmy the Greek thing, and it's part of this. It came from that institution.
It's a horrible explanation, but in theory,
it's what created this It's part of the fabric that has transcended into this American black experience that has this culture that's developed today that is different and unique than anything else.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that doesn't even get a candy bar bought, but it's just a observance.
We like candy bars, man. we chocolate, we sweet. We got heavy nuts, depending on the candy, you know. Got nougat. I don't know what nougat is, but got nougat.
We'll give you about 5 minutes. Someone will tell you what nougat is, and it'll be the next cool word that everybody on the street's saying. So,
Yeah.
all right, man. Here's what are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Oh no, there's the nougat.
Just a bit outside. Cleveland.
Dude, that was loud too.
You know, that's been cooking for a minute.
All right, so I'm going to get back here a little bit.
That
further.
fart was like what you call that, a brisket. That's got coloring on it.
This is my room. Guys, you're listening to this on the 18th, maybe. We're in Cleveland on the 19th, Friday, and through Sunday, the 21st of April. Then we're going to be back in Canada, April 27th, Bronson Center Theater in Ottawa, Sunday, April 28th, the Olympia in Montreal, and then taking off Monday and Tuesday, we're going to be back in Canada at Halifax, Nova Scotia at the Bella Rose Art Center, followed by Portland Helium on May 2nd through May 5th. We'll be out in Portland. Meyer Theater, Green Bay, Wisconsin, May 9th. That's a Thursday. Followed by the Wilbur, Saturday, the 11th of May. We'll be at the Wilbur in Boston. We're going to be off that whole week, Saturday. One night only. Hulu Center, Madison Square Garden, May 8th. That's a Saturday. Get your tickets out to the Garden and see Aries and Andy.
To the garden, son.
Friday the 24th of May, Funny Bone, Richmond, Virginia. Off the Hook Club at Naples, Florida. That's Thursday, May 30th through Sunday the 2nd. And then we're going to go into June, and we don't really have anything until Oh, man, I'm really excited. I wanted to get this one in. That's why
Cap City?
Cap City. I might go out a day early.
You know, I might do that too. You just got to remind me, man, because I really love that area we went to.
Yeah.
That shit was popping.
And I want to go check out Rogan's room because we weren't. It wasn't open when we were out there last time. The Mothership Connection. That is. But we're going to be out there Thursday, June 13th through Sunday, June 16th. But we might be walking the streets on that Wednesday, June 12th. Let's go and check out Austin. That's the show.
Tinkle Torium.
Yeah, I got to go.
You got a Tinkle Torium?
Yeah, I got to go.
All right.
Spears and Steinberg.
Thanks for listening to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. If you'd like to know who's responsible for this, it was hosted by Aries Spears and Andy Steinberg, produced by Steve Merrick and Anthony Holmes, executive producer Big Papa Robert Kelly and Matt Kleinschmidt for the Laugh Button podcast. For more information on where to find us on the internet, visit spearsburgpod.com.